Hello, my people. So, the Constitutional Court wants to remedy the defects of the Sexual Offences and Related Matters Act, right? So, people are arguing, or rather, they are arguing that the sections of the Sexual and Consent Act are unconstitutional and invalid, right, from the High Court. So now they want to remedy these defects, right? So, what this means is that if the person accused of rape, right, if they reasonably believe that the complainant, so the person that accused the accused, right, agreed or consented to sex, they could avoid conviction. All right. So this creates a defense for the accused to use that they reasonably believe that consent was granted by the complainant, right? The accused must prove, though, to the court that they took reasonable steps to ensure that the consent was granted. So it's not going to be as easy as just saying, no, she just, no, she approved for us to be intimate or anything like that. No, it's going to be much more complicated than that. The accused has to prove that this person did agree to consensual sex. Okay, so it further says that there is a test being done about this, right? So one, a person would have to look at the harm that was inflicted on the complainant, right? And then two, would a reasonable person, which is the accused now, if the person is reasonable enough, would they have foreseen the harm inflicted on the person? Okay, so there's a lot going on. It's still in the process. It's going to take about 18 months to actually remedy the defects, and then obviously it has to go through Parliament as well before it can actually be applied. So this basically is great for the guys, basically, because there are a lot of men who are falsely accused of RAPE. It may be something as simple as, taking a girl home and you guys are busy, are intimate, and then the next day they are asking for, money, which is now called umavuso. And then if you don't comply and you don't give that lady, umavuso, then they go to, the police station to actually go lay a charge that you actually raped them, So, this allows for the man to actually have a defense case, that, they did consent to this, they did come with me to my place. They did, consent to the actual, sex. They did do this, they did do that. Okay. And so it's going to be like really, really deep, and then also when it comes to things like intimacy as well, where not intimacy, but when you are in a relationship and, there's like a nice, like setting where, sex is an everyday thing, so like it's that thing of, it's expected for you to actually give it out there, and, there's that thing now where like, even if you are in that relationship setting, you should ask actually, the girl that, can we do this, and not just take, and not just kwela hair, just because you guys are in a relationship. Okay. So the handing down of the order will only take place 18 months after. Okay. And also when it's handed down, once it's applied, this act, it will only apply to rape cases that took place after the handing down of the order of the act. Okay, so nothing before that. So I think it's a fair, thing to amend. Okay, because there's been a lot of men who have been falsely accused of rape, and they have been jailed for that, so this is great for, the men and also the country. So do let me know what you guys think of the whole act. Do comment in the comment section and let me know, and I'll see you guys on my next video.